Honestly, the biggest issue was just we needed to go get points on the board because obviously it was a game that either team could win. Really felt like if we needed to have a little bit more quarterback run, then that's what we needed to do. And obviously the huge play in that drive was, well, a couple of them, but the first one was a 61-yarder by Skyler off a quarterback draw. And then, him being aggressive on the fourth down play because obviously it was a run or pass situation there where he could throw it. But when he decided to go get the first down, he did a great job.
You guys have been so good with time of possession. Given Oklahoma's explosive capacities, how important is it to have the ball?
It's big. It's big. Obviously, two things need to happen from our standpoint. We need to score points because they're gonna figure out how to score some points. But then we need to keep the ball away from their offense. So if that means getting some 8, 10, 12 play drives, that'd be phenomenal. But then we need to finish those drives.
How do you balance using Skyler's ability as a runner with keeping him healthy and not carrying
Yeah.
15, 20?
Well, generally speaking, we feel like if we can make it so third downs and anytime we get down in the red zone that he's a legitimate threat, that's what we want to do. But last week, as an example, as it came down to the end there, it was like all hands on deck, and he needed to go be a runner as well.
The play right before that, Joaquin in the flats,
Mhm.
he doesn't fall down. How many yards do you think he gets there?
You never know. You don't ever know. But you felt like he's out in space. He's one-on-one. Go make a play. So, but you feel like it's a good situation.
How tough is it to manage? I know Coach Malik was kind of on like a snap count. He couldn't use them the entire game. How difficult is it to manage?
It's tough, and there were some times where you'd say, hey, you can't only put him in there when it's third down, or you can't only put him in there when you're going to throw the football, because obviously that becomes a huge tendency, or everybody knows what's happening, and all of a sudden you start getting blitzed when maybe you wouldn't. But you're trying to get the most out of each guy, but yet understand what their issues are. And using Malik as the example, we need him because he's an explosive guy that can make big plays for us. But we also need him for the long run. We need him for 7, 8 games rather than for one game.
How do you size up this offensive line against their defensive line, and what needs to happen?
Well, they're obviously very, very, very talented up front. They have quick twitch. They slant and angle a bunch. It goes back to us, though, really being good at communicating, us being on the same page. That's one thing I do feel like our offensive line does a good job with, and that's talking and communicating and being on the same page. Now, that being said, you also have to be physical, and we got to move the line of scrimmage a little bit. They've got to do a good job matching up when they are put one-on-one, and I think we'll do that.
Do you have any updates on the health of either Phillip Brooks or Jordan Brown in the last few days?
Obviously, we need Phillip to be able to come and bring it, because 2 weeks ago I really felt like he was starting to, show up a little bit more. And I shouldn't say 2 weeks ago. There's games this year where you feel like, man, he's close to breaking out and really being a threat. Hopefully we can use him more this week. And then Jordan Brown, as soon as we get all clear, I anticipate him playing, as much as he played in the start, meaning him rotating through, him having his packages, him being able to be the guy that we feel like he is. It's just getting him so he's cleared, and then we'll roll him.
Do you think Malik will be good to go the whole game this time?
His will be more how does he feel, and from what I understand, the medically his is going to be how does he feel? What can he get done? How many plays can he play? So, you're a little bit on a pitch count, but you're also on where are you at right now, before a series, after a series, making sure that Coach Ray and him are on the same page.
Roughly where would Kenneth Murray rank amongst defenders you played against this year?
Oh, well, explosiveness, ability to go sideline to sideline, show up on any given play, be it a run or a pass. He's as good as there is out there, and obviously he's a guy that you got to know where he's at and make sure you're ready to take care of him or try to do the best you can to slow him down.
Do you anticipate using the tight end the past game?
They need to be. We still need to continue to try to get all of those guys, obviously Nick and Sammy, more so a little bit just because their ability to run down the field a little bit more. But we need to keep using the tight ends and make people defend them.
As a play caller, when you go up against an offense that can score like Oklahoma, do you call the game any differently, knowing that there might be some more pressure on you?
You know, if you're not careful, you do. I think we still have to stay within what we are and what we want to be. Obviously, if they're scoring a ton, then you got to go out and try to put some more points on the board. But from a team concept, our biggest deal is score when we get opportunity and keep the ball away from the other guys, and that's what our mindset needs to be. I don't want to put ourselves in a bunch of third and long because we're trying to throw the football or run play action passes that put us in bad situations.
How encouraging was it for you to see Joaquin have the game that he had last week?
You know, I think all the time from the get-go, he's been a guy that has shown he can be an impactful guy, and we've got to try to keep getting more and more out of him.
Was it a relief to finally get some big plays back?
Yeah. You know, it's you know, as the year goes, you keep trying to find where's the best one-on-one matchup, where's the best where we can make somebody, you know, exploit somebody else and make a big play, and we've got to keep trying to not really manufacture, but put those guys in the best position to make big plays. That's why, you know, obviously Malik and Jordan are two guys that we feel like can create matchup issues. So we need those guys back and healthy.